Ever wonder what happens to all your digital stuff, after you're gone? Today, we're diving into a concept that might just completely change how we think about our online legacy. So let's jump right in. Okay, get ready for this number. $140 billion. That's not a typo. That is the insane value of what are called abandoned assets online. We're talking crypto, digital art, online accounts, just gone. Vanished when their owners pass away. And look, this isn't just a sad story for a few families. It's a huge, global, economic black hole.
So it kind of forces you to ask a question we probably try to avoid, right? What happens to your digital wealth when you're gone? What's the plan for all those accounts, those files, those assets? For most people, the honest answer is they don't have one. And that right there is a massive problem.
Yeah, we're way beyond just forgetting a password here. This is a $140 billion problem. It's so big it's been called the digital ghost economy. All this wealth just floating out there, totally inaccessible, and it gets bigger every single day.
But why? Why is this happening? Well, the main issue is that our legal systems are basically stuck in the Stone Age. Think about it. Traditional inheritance processes, probate and all that, they were built for houses and bank accounts, not crypto wallets and NFTs. It's an analog system trying to handle a digital world, and it just can't keep up. We're talking months, sometimes years of legal battles, and for what?
Okay, so what if there was a better way? A much, much better way. This is where we get to the solution. It's an incredible concept called online legacy. And the idea here, developed by strategist Nithirot Suatharanan, is to create a seamless bridge, a bridge between your life and your legacy, making sure absolutely nothing gets lost.
So how does it build this bridge? This is the really cool part. It's built on a core idea called biodynamic identity. So forget about passwords that you can lose or that can get stolen. This system uses your actual life signal. Yeah, things like your heartbeat or your activity level from your smartwatch. That becomes the key. It is literally your digital heartbeat.
All right, so a digital heartbeat. That sounds pretty futuristic, but how does it actually work? How does it secure everything? Let's get into the mechanics of it. It all comes down to something they call the 15-day logic.
It's actually a really elegant three-step process. First, the system just monitors your life signal. That biodynamic signal we just talked about. It's always on, always checking. Second, if that signal is lost for 15 days straight, that's the key. A continuous 15 days, it detects that as the trigger. And that 15-day window, that's a super important safety buffer to prevent mistakes. Then, step 3, it executes. The system automatically transfers all the assets to whoever you designated in your digital will. Boom, done. No courts, no lawyers, no waiting around for months.
I mean, when you put them side by side like this, the difference is just night and day, isn't it? On the one hand, you've got the old way, slow, expensive, super complicated, and honestly, it can tear families apart. But then you look at online legacy, a 15-day automated process. No middlemen, just a seamless digital transfer that does exactly what you wanted it to do.
Okay, I know what you're probably thinking right about now. It's the big question, right? Is all of this safe? How secure is it? Well, the entire system is built like a digital fortress. It's all about multiple layers of protection. So let's talk about that security. So it's not just one thing, it's a whole stack of security features. For instance, there's something called the military option. This is wild. It can actually detect a distress signal, say your heart rate spikes, and it can freeze and redirect assets if it thinks you're being forced to do something. Then every single action is recorded on a blockchain, so it's permanent and totally transparent. And here's a really crucial point. The system is non-custodial. It never actually holds your money or your crypto. It only holds the instructions. And the whole thing is wrapped up in the highest level of encryption you can get.
So you can see this is bigger than just one person's digital wallet. The ripple effects of this kind of tech are huge. We're really talking about changing the entire future of inheritance, making it more transparent and fair for everybody.
And this chart really breaks down those wider benefits. From an environmental standpoint, it's a no-brainer. A totally digital process means way less paper waste. Socially, it's a game changer. It makes high-tech estate planning accessible to everyone, not just the super rich, and helps stop those awful family fights over money. And from a governance perspective, it creates a whole new level of transparency that could really clamp down on fraud.
So what's the return on all this?
Well, it's massive on every level. Economically, you've got the chance to reclaim that $140 billion for the economy. Systemically, it takes a huge burden off our slow legal systems. But maybe the most important return isn't about money at all. It's about psychological security. It's about giving people real, genuine peace of mind.
And that really is the heart of it all. This quote from the creator just nails it. The whole point is to provide peace of mind that the owner's intent will be executed securely, ensuring their legacy does not fall into the wrong hands. It's about making sure what you built is protected.
So that leaves us with one last big, kind of mind-bending thought to chew on. We started this whole conversation talking about inheritance, right? But the technology here, it's about so much more than that. I mean, if your actual heartbeat can be your key, if it can be the ultimate proof that you are you, what does that really mean for the future of identity itself? Just think about that.